December marked the 1-year anniversary of my first video, so it seems only proper that my next one be about the work directly following the investigation of Opabinia. In Wonderful Life, this position is filled by a huge category, the worms. Being a worm is more of a lifestyle than a label. Stephen Jay Gould describes the category known as vermes as the classic garbage pail group of taxonomy, the slop bucket for the dribs and drabs. In more professional terms, this category is called a junk drawer. The issue with this is that the group vermes is not monophyletic. The individuals in it do not have clear evolutionary relations to one another, which renders the category useless. In the 1970s, Harry Whittington placed Simon Conway Morris in charge of sorting through the slop bucket, which he felt quite guilty about at the time, but Conway Morris did not seem to hold it against him. According to Wonderful Life, Conway Morris described himself as bloody-minded as a teenager and usually antisocial. Gould described him as a man who wears a cloak and won't come to morning coffee, in reference to him being the perfect fit for the job at hand. Conway Morris worked with thousands of specimens from Charles Walcott's collection, but I must choose only one species to focus on in this video, so let's discuss nectocaris-pteryx. You may recognize the second part of the word nectocaris as having the same root word as anomalocaris, meaning shrimp. Necto is as in the word nectonic, meaning swimming, and pteryx means winged or finned, which we will get to in a moment. A mere single image of nectocaris is printed in Wonderful Life, this lovely but now outdated illustration by Marian Collins. Gould describes nectocaris as an enigmatic and peculiar beast. At the time, only one specimen of nectocaris had been obtained, and per usual, it was initially shoved into the arthropod category. Conway Morris did note that it lacked the one characteristic shared by every arthropod, jointed appendages. The specimen did, however, appear to have fins along its presumed top and bottom, a characteristic of the phylum Chordata, to which humans, other vertebrates, and tunicates belong. Nectocaris was eventually classified as a chordate and was considered one until being reclassified as a cephalopod in the early 2000s after more specimens were uncovered. What Conway Morris thought was its head may have been a funnel used for jet propulsion. At a mere 7 centimeters, Nectocaris was likely a predator of even smaller prey, using its prehensile tentacles similar to those of a modern squid. This recategorization makes sense physiologically, but it is complicated by the known history of cephalopod evolution that describes shelled cephalopod ancestors, as Nectocaris has no shell. Some paleontologists never moved on from its original classification as an arthropod, claiming that its likeness to Anomalocaris was no coincidence. I admit I do see the resemblance, especially in this specimen, but the cephalopod theory just makes more sense, and it's not like I'm biased or anything. Furthermore, Nectocaris lacked a radula, which all gastropods and cephalopods possess. The jury is still out on this one, and the tea is piping hot, per usual, as every invertebrate paleontologist seems to have their own unique idea of how this problematic creature fits into the metazoa. Perhaps the only thing truly known about this bizarre swimming shrimp is that it will always be an unknown, to inspire newly educated minds to fall deeply into thought about the mysteries of the burgess-shale. So, I implore you, how do you think Nectocaris fits in?